So the final fourth match of King of the Table 3, Dave Chaffee versus Alex Kurdecha. Before we discuss the outcome of this match, let me give my thoughts about the pay-per-view. It was a $10 pay-per-view on coresports.world. The audio was perfect for the first time. Earlier, two events had some audio issues, had many audio issues to be honest. This time it was perfect. Video was perfect, HD streaming, and there was no lagging, zero crashes. So I am really thankful to Core Sports for putting up such an awesome event. Thank you, Don Idris. Thank you, Larry Wheels. Amazing, amazing event. And zero crashes. That was the biggest part. So let's talk about the match. My prediction going into this match was a clean sweep for Alex Kurdecha 6-0, because I thought that Alex Kurdecha's pronation, his top roll, his explosiveness, his speed, all of these are going to be way too much combined for Dave Chaffee, and Dave's weakness is his wrist. Yes, he has lost to King's Movers only and Levan, but King's Movers were also taking his wrist. So that was vulnerability in Dave's game. And I thought that Alex is going to capitalize on that. So let's discuss what exactly happened in that match. Round one started, it was a fair slip. I would say slightly favorable for Dave Chaffee. And this was a worry sign for Alex Kurdecha early on in the game. Dave's hand went like this, and Alex's hand went slightly under Dave's hand. So when they were strapped up, Alex tried to go for the king's move, but it did not really work. Alex Kurdecha fouled out 3 times, and it was 1-0 for Dave Chaffee. Second round, it was quite clear that Alex is going to take Dave's wrist slightly. Actually, in the first round as well, Alex took his wrist slightly, but Dave's side pressure was way too much. So second round, Alex Kurdecha went under the table in a king's move to take Dave's wrist, and he did take Dave's wrist, but he was fouled out. So not fouled out, he was fouled. A referee told him to stand up, then fouled him. Then again, when they stood up, referee started it again. This time, Dave's side pressure was way too much. The problem in that match for Alex was that he was waiting to take Dave's wrist in the center. When it was not working, then he was going under the table. And by that time, it was way too much for him. Like it was late for him. So Dave Chaffee pinned him in second round. Next round started. By that time, Alex Kurdecha was already gassed out. His pronation was burned, and he had nothing left for Dave Chaffee. He tried his king's move, but Dave Chaffee was way too much. It was not working. Dave pinned him to the side. Exact same story in the next 2 rounds as well. Dave Chaffee's side pressure, his pronation. Earlier, Dave was beating him with slightly cracked back wrist, but by round 3, Dave was started taking his wrist as well. So Dave started taking his wrist as well, and his pronation was way too much. Alex Kurdecha was completely dismantled by Dave Chaffee, and actually it was good for Dave Chaffee because Dave was coming off 3 losses in last 3 matches against Michael, against Devon, against Levan. On the other hand, Alex Kurdecha was on a rise. Like this is why he was everyone's favorite, because he was 6-0ing everyone. He defeated everyone. But Dave Chaffee showed why his side pressure is top in the business, like best side pressure, I would say, after maybe Levan Saginashvili. I'm talking about side pressure only. So again, man, congratulations to Dave Chaffee. He proved that he's a beast, and he still is top 5 in the world. And what does that win do to Devon Laird as well? First time, I think Devon is going to get benefited from Dave Chaffee's match. Whenever Dave Chaffee loses, Devon slides lower in the rankings and Dave slides up. This time, Dave Chaffee won. So Hermes was handled by Alex Kurdecha, and Dave Chaffee was defeated by Devon Laird. And now Dave Chaffee has defeated Alex Kurdecha. So in many people's eyes, including me, Devon should also be the favorite against Alex Kurdecha. Not against Hermes, though. I'm not so sure about that. But against Alex Kurdecha, I think it is about styles. So what do you guys think about it? About this match? I think it is definitely going to change the world rankings to some sort. Like many things have been cleared, and some things are even more confusing right now. So again, big congrats to Core Sports and Dave Chaffee for winning this match. I've uploaded all 4 videos. Please check them out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My name is Pradeep, and I thank you so much for watching.